Hey folks, it's Sam once again, and welcome back to a review of one of my favorite films of all time. Epic as fuck movie that still holds up to this day. I got so excited I threw the booklet over there. Aliens. This time, it's war. It has an excellent picture there of the great fight. Power Loader versus Alien Queen. Directed by James Cameron, which I know when he was working on this film overseas, they're like, it's not really Scott. Well, I love Alien. I did a review of Alien. You know how much I love Alien. This is my favorite. This is one of my favorite films of all time. It's a rousing, excellent action film. It has elements of sci-fi and horror. It's my favorite James Cameron film, hands down. Again, it's one of my favorite films of all time. It's one of my favorite action films, horror films, sci-fi films, whatever category you put it in. It's one of my favorites. And this movie can suck my cock for killing everybody. Just suck my sweaty balls and its fucking sphincter. Way it lights it. Fuck it 3 times over. Multiply by 3 billion. But I'll get to that more. Fuck Alien 3. This movie to me is way better. It's more classic. Has better characters. Has better pacing. Doesn't have many plot issues as Alien 3. Has a better script. Better directing. I like David Fincher, but Aliens is better directed. Has some better special effects. I like the score in Alec Gorenthal, but Aliens has one of the best scores of all time by James Horner, which I know he had a lot of problems making the film, but it's still a fantastic score. Has, again, better characters, better cast, better dialogue. Awesome movie. I mean, it's a great sequel, and it's a great standalone movie. That's how and why Aliens works. I think I made this analogy back in the day where Alien was the mother because it gave birth to the franchise. Aliens was the big daddy. It was the big daddy of the group. It's the father, it's the man. It's the man of the group. Alien 3 is the retarded kid, and Alien Resurrection is the inbred cousin of the retarded kid. Granted, not politically correct for me to say that, but fuck it. I just don't care. But this movie is such a badass film. I mean, people were, I'm sure, were like, really? Do you need a sequel to Alien? And it's not. It's more of an action film. But it did stuff differently, but still kept the work of the xenomorphs. It brought something new to the table, which I don't think Alien 3 did. What did Alien 3 bring new to the table? A bunch of bald motherfuckers running around with barcodes on their head that might as well be fucking Agent 47. This brought something new to the table, like the Alien Queen and more of the hive mentality. You didn't have that in the first Alien. Brought that more in the sequel. So it's a sequel that added more to the universe. It added more to Ellen Ripley, especially if you watch the special edition, which this is one of those. I love the theatrical. I love the special edition even more. Because the stuff added made sense. They didn't really take away stuff. They added stuff. And the stuff is great. They had a great scene of Hudson talking about how he's a badass. They had a great thing at the beginning where you realize that Ripley had a daughter. Which I know there's the video game Alien Isolation, which I saw playthroughs of that. That's a pretty good game, it seems like. Let's see. What was other stuff? The sentry guns. Nice moment with Hicks where he says his first name. It has a nice moment. I like that. It's a nice moment of Hicks to talk with Ripley before the end of the movie. That there's a moment shared between them. I like that. Of course, the big thing is the sequence with Newt's parents, which I was fine with that. Made it interesting. See what happens. And I just love this movie, head to toe, top to bottom. I have zero problems with this film. So if you don't want to watch a guy gushing about the film, go watch another review. Because this is what's going to be, me gushing about it. I love the opening of the film. I remember seeing this as a little kid and being creeped out with the way the titles came up, with the blinding light. And that choir, or I don't even say choir, but oh! I love the plot. I love the idea that, especially in the special edition, there's been 57 years, and she wakes up, and you have this Paul Reiser, who's this corporate, as you find out, prick. Of course, it's like, of course he is. It's Paul Reiser. And in the special edition, you find out that she had a daughter and that she died of old age. So later on, when there's Newt, it's like, okay, we saw that Newt's parents are dead. We see at the beginning that Ripley's daughter died. So now they have something in common. So this is kind of now the daughter that she wasn't able to see grow up. Now she can see this daughter grow up. But no, you can't do that. Because Alien 3 took our dicks and shoved up our asses and said, go fuck yourselves. Fuck Alien 3. I'll say that 50 times throughout all these reviews. Believe me, when I get the Alien 3, it's going to be a fucking huge rant. And if you liked it, then you probably don't want to watch it. I'm not going to make fun of anyone who likes that movie, but that movie can eat a dick with STD filling. But I love the opening of Aliens. I love the way it starts off. I love how she just pisses these guys. You know, did IQ drop sharply when I was away? And then you have that bitch who's like, we have never seen this in all these surveyed worlds. A creature of acid for blood? You know, type of girl you just want to punch in the face. I don't condone violence to women. I condone violence to women that are characters that don't exist. It's fake. I'll punch the fake woman in the face for stupidity. And I also love the idea of, people will complain, well, why did she go back? It's stupid. Why did she go back? It doesn't make sense. It makes perfect sense. Even if you watch the theatrical, especially if you watch the special edition, it makes perfect sense why she goes back. But come on, like she's not going to be able to help much. Well, first off, they don't know what's going on. They don't know if the colonists are fucked up. There's a chance. First, and I mean, you probably think the company, they're assholes. They are assholes. Especially with Paul Reiser, you find out. So maybe they think, well, if she gets killed, oh well. At least we don't have this woman fucking around with us, pissing us off. We could just have this thing as a weapon and don't have her over our heads trying to fuck with us. B, she can offer at least a little bit of information because she's dealt with these things before, if that's the case. C, the big thing that I took from it is that she obviously, even James Cameron in an old interview tells about post-traumatic stress syndrome that people had during war or horrible things in their lives. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. It's very obvious because A, she has this dream where she has a chest burster in her. She wakes up sweating. B, you have Paul Reiser talking to her about how, oh yeah, you're sweating. And she goes, no, I'm not going back and I mean it. And she even says, I would not do you any good even if I did. And then C, you see another scene where she's smoking a cigarette and you see that the ash is this fucking big, so she's been smoking for a long time. And she obviously had another nightmare. And then that's why she goes, fine, I'll go back, but if we do, we don't bring any back. Not to study, but we need to wipe them out. And she needs to do that so that she stops having nightmares. Psychologically. It makes perfect sense. I understood that perfectly. I don't know what the big problem is. I understood that perfectly. She keeps having nightmares having a chest burst to come out. Not the first or last time. And then if you watch Special Edition, it's like, oh, and this is also why she can't see her kid anymore because she's dead. She's probably pissed off too. So to deal with the PTSD, confront her fears, and probably being pissed off as well, having nobody around. And she didn't do it like 5 seconds either. I'm Superwoman. She even said no the first time. It made perfect sense to me, so I don't know what people's problem with that is. It made perfect fucking sense. And I love this cast. It's one of my favorite casts of all time. Not only Sigourney Weaver, who got an Oscar nomination for this role, she did a fantastic job. I think James Remar was going to be the original Hicks, but then I think he had problems with James Cameron. You got Michael Biehn, thank God, because I like Michael Biehn more than James Remar. James Remar, I don't mind, but I love Michael Biehn. It's my favorite character he played. Hicks is a great character. Strong guy who would you like on your team. You got Al Matthews as Biehn, great leader. Just another day in the Corps. Every meal a banquet. You know, I love the Corps. I think that's his actor's name, Al Matthews. Bill Paxton, fantastic as Hudson. I mean, so many lines of dialogue. I mean, Special Edition where they're getting ready to drop down to LV 426. It's like, oh, check it out. I'm the ultimate badass. You do not want to fuck with me. Hey, Ripley, don't worry. Me and my squad of ultimate badasses will protect you. We got independently targeting particle beam phalanx. Fry half sea with these puppies. We got tactical smart missiles, phase plasma pulse rifles, RPGs. We got nukes, knives, sharp sticks. And later on, it's like, well, game over, man, game over. What the fuck are we supposed to do now? What do we do? Or, 17 days, man, we're not going to last 17 hours. They're going to come here and don't kill us with Hudson. This little girl survived longer than that with no weapons and no training. Why don't you put her in charge? No, I ain't going out there, man. Yeah, Bishop should go. Yeah, let's make him go. maybe you haven't been keeping up with current events, but we just got asses kicked, pal. Hey, Vasquez, you ever been mistaken for a man? And her going, no. Have you? Just a lot of great characters. I mean, Vasquez, great character. God, I cannot believe I forgot her name. Jeanette Goldstein, who would make a small appearance in Terminator 2. She was in Near Dark. Bishop, played by Lance Henriksen, who is an android, who is a good guy. I mean, just Gorman. It's a lot of great characters and great actors in this movie. I mean, it's a classic film. You know, Hicks pulling out his shotguns like for Close Encounters. There's a reason why it gets an 8.4 on IMDb. Because IMDb can be stingy. I mean, William Hope as Lieutenant Gorman. Like I said, Lance Henriksen as Bishop. Even Mark Wolston as Drake. Rico Ross as Frost. Maybe she didn't like the cornbread either. I mean, great group of military, you know, these colonial marines, badasses, the great outfits, the pulse rifles. I mean, how many times can you remember that a gun has a specific sound effect that you remember? That's how great this fucking movie is. That the title scene sequence is memorable. The noise of the pulse rifles. That noise people still remember. That's how badass the movie is that you remember the fucking noise of the guns. The pulse rifles, the smart guns that are on the hips, great artillery, great special effects that still hold up, great work by Stan Winston. That's why I was so pissed off with James Cameron, his comment on a Q&A, I think Ain't Cool News or something. Well, yeah, if I did the Alien Queen, I would do it CGI. Stan Winston would roll in his fucking grave hearing that shit. Fuck you, Jimmy Tammy. Alien Queen looks badass. They had a fucking CGI Queen and AVP assholes versus penises. It didn't look as well as this. It wasn't as well done as that. Didn't look as good as fucking this. Bullshit. Great camaraderie between the characters. You have, well, like I said in the first, I didn't say in the first film. I always wondered, it's kind of interesting in this franchise. I guess granted, I guess technically it's related to predators since you have AVP and such. But they always talk about other creatures, like in the first Alien, they talk about Biehn. Is it human? We don't know. They don't seem that surprised that it could be an alien life form. Here is like, is this a straight up fire or another bug hunt? And you wonder, well, what other bugs have these guys faced? What other alien creatures have these guys faced? Maybe they show it in the comics or such. The Predator. Which I know, Bill Paxton got killed by an alien, a Predator, and a Terminator. But not a Twister. But I mean, even the thing with the hand, such a memorable sequence. Nothing to do with action, nothing to do with the creatures. Just a very funny scene. Alright, cut it out. That wasn't funny, man. I mean, this is a slow burn movie. If you watch Aliens again, it is a slow burn film, but it works because the production design is still top notch. The look of the interiors look great. Even the opening sequence, the score by James Horner, I think is James Horner's best score. It's one of my favorite scores. I mean, you even have that musical track at the end, Bishop's Countdown, that is used in so many movie trailers. So many movie trailers, from the trailer to From Dusk Till Dawn. So many trailers have used that piece of music, and I love that piece of music. It makes every movie trailer better, is when you have that piece of music from Aliens. And the rest of the score is great. The musical score that's used at the final scene of the film, when it's a happy ending, and then Alien 3 did this to us, fans. This did not give this to Alien. Because Ripley's still a strong character. It builds up this hive mentality, the alien queen. Doesn't give a fuck you to anybody. Ripley was the only one left. Hell, the cat even survived. You think about it, the cat's the only survivor of these movies. She's like, oh, hey, you little shit. You don't stay here. So, yeah, that cat is the luckiest fucking cat in the world because it's the fucking lone survivor of these movies. The fucking cat Jonesy. But it's a slow burn and it works because you like the characters, you like the environment, you like the build, you like everything that's going on. If you like the characters, you're fine with hanging out with them. Hell, I would have been fine seeing prequels of these Colonial Marines and the other missions they had done. You just could have called it Colonial Marines and make a prequel. I'd rather see that than fucking Alien 3. Colonial Marines, what Hicks and Bishop and all these people were doing before they got to Aliens. I would have been fine with that. What other bug hunts did they go on? I would have been perfectly fine with that. Fuck Alien 3. I'm going to keep saying that. I don't give a fuck. But they find Carrie Henn as new. She did a great job. She's a kid actor that was not annoying, was not aggravating, was not irritating. And she did fine acting-wise. She did perfectly fine acting-wise. Again, when you watch the special edition, I like the bits where you see the colony before it all goes to hell. And again, the bits with Ripley finding out that her daughter died. Which again adds to her character. Nothing was added in Alien 3. Great, she beats the guy for 5 minutes and fucks his brains out. Which makes no goddamn sense. Hey, I know Newt and Hicks died, and I cried a little bit, some blood dripped from my nose. Hey, you're a doctor, let me fuck you. Because you're my sweet brother Numpsy. My sweet brother Numpsy from Golden Child. But, Sorry, that's just, I'm gonna have fun with that review. I can already tell you it's gonna be a rant, but you probably already know that. I'm sorry, it just hurt. It kills me that so much stuff was built into this, and then Alien 3 just said fuck it, whoop-de-doo, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, and you're like, what? What? Why? What? But fuck it, fuck it, fuck it, fuck it. I just don't understand that. I don't understand. That's just my opinion. I don't understand. Never will. Because you have these great characters that you like. You're sad when they die off. When the shit hits the fan. I mean, you get the sort of Vietnam mentality of these guys have the superior firepower, which is actually what the documentary is called. And kind of like America had the superior firepower. But then these more low-tech type of enemy, it's their home, it's their environment, and they wipe out these guys who are cocky and have the superior firepower, but they get their asses kicked. Great action scene, let's rock. Ripley's not a bystander, she drives in. Even stuff before that where, nope, you can't use grenades and such because it's like a fusion reactor or such, it'll blow everything up. Come on, what are we supposed to use, man? Harsh language? And that's where Hicks has his shotgun for close encounters. Which he uses to great effect. Blows up a fucking alien's head. Great practical effects. Again, they only had, not even again, I didn't mention it yet. They had what, probably 7, 8 costumes of the alien, but they made it look like there were dozens and dozens of creatures. That's good editing, good directing. Even though James Cameron seemed like a prick, he did a great job. I will admit, he did a great job. To me, it's his best film. Without a doubt, his best movie is Aliens. And just great characters. Paul Reiser, finding out he's a prick. The scene where Sigourney Weaver and Carrie Henn have to deal with this face hugger. Let's kill this rat son of a bitch right now. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. And you get the plot. It's like Ripley's like, I don't know which species worse, Bert. You don't see them fucking each other for a goddamn percentage. Even before when she's manhandling Paul Reiser, I'm gonna make sure you're nailed to the wall. Just again, Ripley, badass, strong character, very well done in the script wise. I know Sigourney Weaver had a problem with guns. I'm sorry, you could later on in years kill people like a coal out of day where you're a bad guy who's shooting dozens of innocent bystanders, but you killing aliens with guns is a bad thing? Didn't you have a fucking gun in Paul? But hey, I guess because you want to fuck the alien, you don't kill the aliens. But you'll kill a bunch of people in cold light of day because you're a villain and you're in a car and you're shooting people who are in the way of you trying to shoot Henry Cavill, who starred in that movie. I don't get that. A lot of great scenes, man, when they cut the power. How they cut the power, man? They're animals. Great scene. Aliens being fucked up left and right. People who you care about dying. Bill Paxton dies, but he dies in a blaze of glory. Jeanette Goldstein. You always were an asshole, Gorman. You're blowing the shit out of the air duct. And even stuff before that, when they try and get to the drop ship, and the pilot goes, "Oh shit, there's an alien there," and blows up. This is fucking great, man. What are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? I can remember lines of dialogue. I mean, just. And Hicks is just a strong, no nonsense guy who keeps a level head. Stay frosty. Just great character, and then they kill him off just like nothing. Because they're idiots. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, there is no defense of that. I've seen so many people defend that. I call bullshit on it. Straightforward bullshit. People go, well, what would the little girl in Hitch do? Well, Hitch could have played the character Charles Dunn played. What would the little girl do? Here's an idea. You want Ripley by herself, have the fucking face huggers that appear out of nowhere fuck up her tube, and since it's a sci-fi movie where anything can happen, say, well, when a tube gets fucked up, it gets jettisoned. And then it gets, or something goes over it, some kind of container, it gets jettisoned away, whether there's a fire or anything, and then she lands on the planet by herself. Hicks and you are still going with Bishop, and then she'll find out quickly enough there's an alien. You don't need Bishop's exposition. And there, you don't fuck up aliens by killing those characters, and you still have Ripley by herself. There you go. I just wrote it. Pay me my fucking dollars. Even just $20. You didn't even have that shit for free. There you go. I just did it. What's the excuse now? Because I look at this, I'm like, pulse-pounding action, even the special edition with the sentries, the great effects by Stan Winston and his group, Ripley and Hicks barely getting out of there, Hicks dealing with the alien that's in that closed space with them, Ripley gearing up, getting back, having a flamethrower and a pulse rifle. Of course, the deleted scene that's on the features where Burt gives him a grenade. The fuck up aliens, meeting the alien queen after rescuing Newt, the flamethrower, just fucking up. And that right there, that's her stress relief. That's her revenge, is that scene. It's clearly evident. And it doesn't have to put you in your face, hey, do you get it? I understood it, and it didn't need to put in my face. That's her anger of what happened in the first movie. Just unleashing aid after aid after aid. And then it becomes mother against mother. Her daughter died back in the day because she couldn't see her grow up, and now her kids are dead, and she wants to get her Ripley's kid, Newt, or you say her new kid, her adopted kid, and it's mother against mother. That's pretty cool. Did a badass fight. Power loader versus the alien queen. Badass fight. Fucks the alien queen up. And that's after Bishop has that great, getting split apart. Really cool effect. And all the while, great work by James Horner. That's part of the scene during the power loader when the queen just jettisoned out. Which, it just jettisoned out before. Well, in the first movie, it got burned up here. I was fine with it. Again, because if you have a creature that's asking for blood, you can't shoot it. It's just how it goes. So it makes sense. It's a rousing finale. Great ending. Saying, can I dream? Oh, yeah, we both can. Because now she's going to have good dreams because she faced her fears. And even James Cameron said in the commentary at the end, they just happy ending, and then that's when they kill everybody. Exactly. You can't tell me James... And by the way, James Cameron would not have minded doing another alien film. Because even Carrie Henn in an interview talks about how James Cameron was taunting her. He probably would have done one sooner or later. But no, we got a shitty plot and shitty movie. And to me, the franchise ended with Aliens. And yes, I know people say, well, there's video games and there's the new movie. Well, yeah, that one video game that Hicks is alive, no one liked that game. And they thought it was a piece of shit. The movie, I don't buy anything, especially when Neil Blomkamp's last film, Chappie, flopped. The last movie he did before that, Elysium, didn't do so hot either. Critics trashed it. A lot of fans trashed it. It didn't do well at the box office. So you think 20th Century Fuckface is going to be like, here, Neil Blomkamp, do anything you want. But don't bring back this. But Alien 3 is not and 4 is not going to be connected, but it is connected. But it's not, but it is. What, you don't use fucking time travel? Anyway, I don't buy that shit. To me, it ended with this because everything after it were crap. Alien 3 is crap. Alien Resurrection is crap. AVP is crap. Prometheus to me is crap. Aliens is the last great movie. Great characters, great dialogue, great cast, of people you give a shit about, solid effects, solid production design, solid work by Stan Winston's company like the Alien Queen, awesome score, awesome action bits, awesome finale, rousing, thrilling, entertaining. It's a long film, never got bored. Special edition has some good stuff in it, which I'm fine with. If I watch the film, I watch the special edition. I have zero problems with this film. I think this film is a fantastic movie. It's one of my favorite films of all time. It's a badass movie, plain and simple. 10 out of 10, A+. One of my favorites. And to me, this is the last Alien film. Alien and Aliens are a great back-to-back. And this movie can eat shit and die. But that'll be the next review. And if you're a fan of Alien 3, more power to you. But you're not going to like my review because it's going to be a fucking rant. And I don't tear it a new asshole because I hate it to death. To me, it is the worst fucking sequel of all time because it took a bit of shit on Alien and Aliens. It took a shit on Alien because, hey, she's a lone survivor, great happy ending movie. Oh shit, Aliens, great happy ending, great movie. Movie, if this was toilet paper, I'd wipe my ass with it and then burn it. But anyway, this is a classic, plain and simple. Love this film to death. You're a fanboy. Yeah, I'm a fanboy of this. Deal with it. My opinion. But anyway, thanks for watching. This kick-ass movie rocks. Still to this day, still holds up. They don't make movies like this anymore. It's a crying shame. But hey, nothing I can do about it. It's just the way it is. But thanks for watching. Take care. Stay tuned for Alien 3. And yes, I saw the assembly cut. Alien 3 sucks dick in every which way except the good way. Later.